Send the Fabewoso be education. And it's in there, you have body, I bet the brofo kakra. You are ya one near deep so kakra. Now, and Chamekwa, Humana Sona Femini, opening William Amuna. I don't know, yes, see you, ma Gritco. You have a bunk of more kakra. Power barge, Abbey. Then she share Hodwa, and what honey then you bet me. Nama be to me, Aquaso, Boko, Ade, and my temtem sono, my main call, Ahumanoso. Mr. William Muna, if you can hear me, good morning and thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
And how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. And you?
Well, I'm doing fantastic.
Great.
Good. The power barge is in now. What's next?
The power barge is stationed at the fishing harbor. Now, what we have to do now is to connect the power barge to the national grid. That involves the construction of transmission lines. Now, Gridco has undertaken a project to construct double circuit lines about 8 kilometers from the site of the power barge to our new smelter 2 substation near to the free zones area. In fact, that line is about 99% through now. We are just left with the final hookup between the final tower and then the gantry of the power ship. And that is being done this week. Now, the line has also been fitted with fiber optic cables for communication. This is supposed to facilitate communication between the power ship and our national control center here in Tema, because they will be doing the dispatching of power. Once that is done, then we should be ready, because we have already tested and commissioned all the equipment at the substation at Smelter 2 in readiness for the line that is coming from the power ship. So we are about set.
So power. When exactly do you think all the lines and the circuit and all that, your technical terms that you mentioned, will be completed for us to enjoy power from the power barge?
Well, within a week, we should be able to finish everything with regards to the evacuation. But we have to know also that there are other aspects. For instance, there should be fuel supply to the power barge. And we know that GMTC is handling that. Once the fuel supply is ready, then the barge itself would have to undergo some commissioning. They would have to run the units, and then do a few tests. When connected to our system, we will do a few other checks, load rejection tests, and a number of commissioning checks. So what I can tell you now is that at least the grid system will be very ready within 1 week. But these other aspects are not under my control, and I can't tell exactly when that aspect will be ready.
Okay.
But I know in the very near future, the barge should be ready to produce power for the country.
I don't know if you are in discussion with GMPC, and if you are with them, what are the timelines for the supply of the crude?
That is being handled by the Minister of Power. In fact, there's a coordinating team. They have been dealing with Gridco, and they have also been dealing with GMPC as well as Ghana Ports. And so you can get that information from the Minister of Power. Okay, so apart from this, I believe that is also very advanced. I can't give you the exact timeline, but I know that is also very advanced.
Apart from this, are there any other challenges, technical or whatsoever, that you envisage?
Well, we are dealing with electrical equipment, so you can't foretell what could happen. But looking at what has happened so far in the test results, the Gridco had to send a number of people to Turkey to work with the Turkish people to do the testing right there before the barge left. And those tests proved very, very positive. Everything was okay. And we are very hopeful that the final commissioning year would be the same.
Okay, and you do the final commissioning after the laying of all those circuits and all?
Yes, once the fuel line is okay, and then they start running the generators, we'll do the final commission.
About the agreement, what exactly it is? Are we paying for it? Are we renting for it? What exactly is it about this power barge?
Well, the power barge is almost like an IPP, let me put it that way. They are coming to produce power for Ghana, and definitely we are going to pay through the tariffs that people will be paying.
So we will pay them as and when they supply us with power?
Yes.
So more or less it's like VRA, virtually the same, like the T1, the T2 and all.
Yeah, well, it's not. They are actually dealing with, they have a PPA with ECG, a power purchase agreement with ECG. So what they do is that they would have to produce power. Gridco will know exactly how much has been produced, and then that will be sorted out with ECG for payment.
Okay, so it's not true that government have paid $50 million to them already?
Well, those are guarantees. I mean, normally when you have such transactions, you may have to put in some guarantees, but it doesn't mean that you just pay the money straight to them. No, it doesn't happen that way.
No.
But to get more information on that, I would prefer you talk to the Minister of Power. Because they actually undertook that exercise together with ECG.
Okay, but,
so
but as it stands now, Gridco is ready.
Yeah, definitely, we are ready.
All right then. Thanks so much, Mr. Amuna, for your time this morning.
Okay, thanks. Yeah.
William Amuna is the CEO for Gridco. Gridco Penny Odano say Yemfan say Volta River Authority for Ebuabua in Amahwadina Noa. One or the Coba won. Na afi won so eje mu de ama ECG. Na ECG for so e de abreye. Say power ne de power badge de aba beduru. Kama sha. Na de aka ne say huma bi asese wo mo sese edi free ba bia power badge de besie e de beba wo mo nso ho eno de omuguso enche se be na wotwe ntemu de wo mo ebetimi awie na so mu wie eno anya no nko a o se aka fango a ye de begum na fango no nso de ye GMPC for na edi hunkuta ho na mbisa nse se mu ne wo mu di nkuta ho de anya bi o matimi akye mo mere a o matimi de fango no bi bo se eno de enya de a sa nkomo no matimi di akwakoduro ntinka no de power ministry no ne GMPC ebetimi na omo acheche mu yie de ama na mebusa nse ade no yato ye free ana ya han no so dabi nya de yato nya de ye free na nya de ya han wo mo no de abesi pono so na de tie ne se power na omo de be ma ye no ye to no na ye tua wonka we agreement correct ye to no na ye tua wonka ti enkonko be se anka be ba besi wona anya adwuma na ya sansesa sika de tua moka na mbusan senti sa $50 million a ene na mframa se ya sesa de tua wonka no enye sa na che no se de bi o se no de guarantee a eda ho se ekoba ne se wo mo ma ye empower no wie na afie beduru ba bi na ye twema me nko koma me mra na sika ne ntimi ma na afei wo mo atimi ede eno a wo mo ni atosa guarantee no so no matimi ede atua eka enti eno no de opani a owo Gridco etimi eka wo ho ede kire ye hwe kwan ye ne mpanifo a wo mo nimde wo enama hoden hu ebedi enkomo power badge no aba ba de ehia ye sesi ade se GMPCA so wuti asama papa yi kan de a na kire se ye twa oyire tese woyire no momba ne ba ntem ma yen ye sra mo adanya do esese momba ne ba ntem ema yen pa badge no enya ba beduru Ghana ohwehwehwe ni mfoni a na kese esikrom ha ne sa na mom woyire no papa ne se wo mo de na wotwe ntem wo mawie na wo mu wie pa na ka woyire na oyire no $9 million bosumi bia America dollar no opepem kono ena ye hia every month ena ye de beto oyire ediagum eti tobas de ten ye December 9 million, January 9 million, February 9 million, March 9 million, April 9 million, May 9 million, June 9 million. July 9 million, August 9 million, September 9 million, October 9 million, November 9 million, next year December another 9 million. What is here? It's in the young fan says, $100 million into her. Yanibe kwa kwato oyere abegum we efo chede na what T1 T2 ni tikofo no and ya dakru bia omonom $3 million, $3.5 billion. Ebe dey na buy num kania no. Every day bia na 3.5 million US. Ni de to crude ni ehwe egu na pempem kro na branche no wanom as wa me power. Tisa we say na nka 1 month bia no ye tua $35 million. Na say we bosu bia no 9 million there. Say ban na tua there. Abo modern kofa ye aba correct. Na $9 million see. Esi e niska o ye benya tagum. Ye bom pa say barge na bande baby asika hye bia Nyankopon kofa mra Nyankopon ye sere wa bra nyame. Esoro ho a wotie bra ye $9 million. $9 million every month. Na yemfanto oyere emfangum. Na obi bu sam say na say Ghana ha yetu oyere na ye chefa na wom ne ye den. Get me fa nu nkogum ene me de obi ba baba be yi sa question na no e de amaye say ye betumi aye de ne sa ne de gum ahoto aba. Na ye de na ye wo no kura no bosum bia ne ye betumi aye $9 million na say ye nya. Eno so e wo ho. Enti de aka ne say Greek ofo be wie na watching ntam yenti yemfa nsa wo de ayire so a second week of December de na Greek for omowie de sese wo mo ye na afei ya commission ya kasa commission anya se ekotwa ahomam wo ho da bi wo mo soso mfidie no na mo hwe hu se o eye adwuma na chese eno ano no ene wo mo fre no commission no na ya kagum na ye na ye kro no ba de hia ne se ye benya $9 million US. Na bosumi bia no ye de ato crude e de agu power barge ba ko na abesi pono so no amari no e wo hodada menya ne ntese enche kura hwe ba ko be ba be ka ho biom tese ba ko be ka ho biom na chese month no ye be spend be $18 million US. Bosumi bia na ye de akwa akoto crude de agum eno e ba ne sa tax be kosoro se otiase tax no e be kosoro tax no e kosoro nso sa no nso no na chese wonsoso na o tighten your belt nen kakra company dada kofo na kan tighten your belt na chese ye miawo kakra e de aka ho e ba de sanso a ina ma hode ne bo no so e be kwosoro asa ka ho na e be kwosoro ne de eye mpo chense ni ho na kwoto dizire cause say every night bia no we spend 70 Ghana on mpe utogum yedum kan bia 70 Ghana butu 70 Ghana. It's the year na yati asese anyina ma hoode no expensive. Le mom e ba ye beto. De hia ne se wo ho. Enti the yasamo GMPC we ma ne nko yati se dress ship. Yasamo a empesa manso no biom okrum ha. Ye pa ma chow. Mo ma ne ye nwa. Tam. $9 million US. Eni pa bebre ni da so ina nse. Ye de pa barge abe. Ye se odum so jampatwa nya ye. Openi kwabra don kwase yen kan kire se mfo ani ntoso wadi ka kire wo se mfo ani ntoso nyanya no na ebe manager o se wodi akika ni na ka ho no ebe si ani a ebe boa se si a me no kase aba na yade wo hwe se 220 megawatts pon Tema plant no sei akakakra KTPP no akakra na wawie na fe 110 megawatts tiko no so obam ye de 110 megawatts so ka ho na fe first half of the Asogli 360 megawatts phase 2 project no so that's about 180 megawatts na fe VRA TT 2PP and also 38 megawatts and also abai no guso akakra ni nyina no utimi hwa hu se na omuchem se by the end of the year enti yamaye ho kwan kitwa bia pon Tema plant ne de by December 28 na eno no nyame ayen adom na omo atimi awie na fetiko expansion so de afia ye be wuro mu na be January 2016 hono eno so ebetimi unity and afia 180 first phase of the Sogli 360 megawatts and so there and so latest by February March next year na eno so aye ready mame kwa homa no so na fe me ne opani Ishmael Ejekum hene ndi enkomo eja otomen ka me mo cha no pe badum 106.3 na bibia e bokode
Radiadum.
Ejabo nyame ayadom power badge no waba abeduru na wohwe emunkita hodie ne ensama ekọ ene power minister ma yate ase me enhyeda mfe yedi ntoso se be madum so na jai emom no yenhwe kwan se yede na ye wo ha dada na no yebetima bọ ho bra ne yakeka si ani a wotie we na wo to ho a edida so wo ho
Aja mi chia wetie for na power minister dey meaning na government mean kasabiemu Meninanga, me shed a fire, you come, coping time a problem, no. The best of we are solving. Ukraine also confirm against the power plant, Abama, and solve this problem. Abana into me more, I am paying into the away. And the minimum and I know Casa Mecania, but it's not Abano, dear. Whichever way you look at it is good. Why is it good? It's good because say your energy apart from a problem what you say you say your demand is increasing by averagely 10% every year. So in terms of capacity, we will need to have those capacities in place. And if it's growing by 10%, let us say 2,900 megawatts, not peak demand is 2,100. Just a Fibiano, or say 210 megawatts in the count. And we can say but there is always a difference between the megawatt installed capacity and the kilowatt hour, which is the energy is producing. And no make a choice say technically it should be enough to meet our demand. Current demand is 2,100 and installed capacity even before the Amerine a year ballet 2,900. And she say I deal with the two conditions. One, say send me Bakuna adada ne wahana enye mani nye adwuma no enko ba se aka power ne American so be fall into that same trapper power generators need but there will be no fuel to run them. Then you can say load shedding na intensify because plant be also adwuma. We don't forget about the Western region Senate plant any the mine reserve strategic plan the work Tamani now it's not working and say fuel anyone tea. It is encompassed Kappa and so bad now obeti fuel no I'm a drone term near Jumadia. Say and nobody Jumadia obviously power be a big generator and we have a deficit the beboa. American big generator and also beboa. But and no Jumano let's just say what that now opening Come don't go see share no here share no na say no so and who touch maka credit and just we are back to square one. Would be by the counter the order than in Juma Ebema and which and course any the two things badges not by here because it's an additional plan that could be dispatched as and when necessary. But you making sure say man may to say the other plans now and to say few on into me now you making sure that the order that on say criminal so yeah
now bibu sana mamimbu sa we expect say we should say you did $9 million better fuel egu one power badge abemu utie nkoma aban di ye na na chese enya ba ko pay na beba say we ba na ntimi anso anu yi a na chese 220 megawatts back, 225 megawatts back. Kunina no kekesi na almost 400 something megawatts. Anu nyina beba. Ye die na ewo ho dada no. Ye say na say. Ye na yentimi nye. Ana say ye fangwa ye di begum no na yentimi ntontra. We de bua ye ni sa de tie na pa na ka kire me.
Captain all of the above. And exams, we don't exams, the amount of questions are not the amount of options are there's none of the above. Okay. At every point in time, no, back we corporate.
Okay.
Well, at every point in time.
Yeah, Casey. Dear him or your corporate.
Yeah, Casey. Almost a corporate because BSA, infidelity BSA, taco plant, you know. The affinity one, no.
Okay.
Be almost be more juma. And say a non-podium, say, and I'm say Ghana gas, a mama, tying no more into those plants in 9 said they are down. And no, apart from the answer, no, because then no my before I'm tying, then say, from Western about 220 megawatts in the freezer corridor harbor, which means the one of the plants total installed capacity near 550 megawatts. In the year 220, and it is a gas and one still more than that, and it is a bakunya juma. So, in the before I ever be critical say maintenance one of the corporates. But the lack of resources to buy fuel or another corporate, some of the plants in Tema, the Senate plant, you know, but Senate plants, you know, for some reason, only VR in a share crude, important. And the last week in a year, because them the fuel, in the corporate number 2. And the other truth in so young camera and chat and plants now in mini. So around 97 into roughly 2017 could be 20 years. And these are machines. They are machines are wear and tear, even with the strictest of maintenance, you know. Breakdowns, you know, it's more prone to breakdowns than it used to be so many years ago. And it's a combination of factors, but the woman to say part of the amount critical is are tying, you know, and the fact that even though you're to me use like crude, you know, it's not so easy to switch. You see, you need to do some retrofitting and then what me switch over from gas to liquid. No more come with you better crude because it takes about 2 weeks to do that. And when say gas supply is going to be short-lived, and normally they will never touch it. So, but they will create the impression there because one is not good for the machines, and 2. For example, time a compressor is or FPS or go to crude, you know, because the number say 3 weeks that there was no way VRA was going to have changed the configurations to run on light crude because it takes money to do that, and it also takes money to reconfigure it or do the retrofitting to run on the gas.
Okay.
The problem is short-lived that normally they will tell you we'll buy crude, but even if the crude is there, they are not going to change they're not going to retrofit because apart from saying yeah for machines, you know, the second thing is it costs money to do that. And if you're going to do that within 2 weeks or a month, they will keep it as it is and hope for the gas situation to be resolved.
Okay, South Africa at home almost 72.5%. Oko Ivory Coast say we more battled and then say we here 81%, but me sure say 81%, you know. Penifono one so civil society na one do say don't bet me 65%. Oko Togo increase. But me do ba yen ye has say we share your generation aban niema or ye ne de wo hoda dan ho ka ye bo wo hwe pon Tema plant 220 megawatts wo Tico expansion 110 wo Asogli 360 megawatts phase 2 project 180 na wo sanso ehwe Amari project 250 megawatts build operate and transfer arrangement aban de yes wa nipa no be operate 5 years na we jam buying for 15 years na we san be share AKSA project and so ebe koso say the contract no parliament and so 370 megawatts and the EPA for na be share for 5 years so money ECG any 110 megawatts at TEI project no commercial proposal and so ye call parliament now we share another 300 megawatts at GE early power project and so agreement are buying a consider no say we generate 250 megawatts. You need not less than $450 million US, and so we bet between 2 and 3 years. And now the say we share the costs our generation more. Say a command say we na to me ba on board and my light bono and cost rodo.
Okay, so then you know what can and intina your best say. Emra ye ba ban so bo ye ka se ye nye de o se aban ye no o se ye nso ye prepare ye siesie ya dwene na ye ya dwene se the niema asesa so we say previously na ye tumi dia enyema nkania bo no ejina bebi ejina ni because na hydro ni the dominant source. Now, most cases it used to be 60-40. Of course, the moment 60% of the generation at Tema only 40. But the dynamics have changed significantly, and with the Tema power dominating the mix, it is almost impossible for us to keep electricity tariffs low. And I know the NCC actually say because hydro no are lower than the thermal, prices are going to go up, and prices are going to go up for that simple reason. Say the dynamics have changed. Apart from the fact that the last time I took to Nkania like a major review was 2015 now, 2013 now. Akoba say a major review now. The dynamics, the changing dynamics, is making it very, very, very difficult to keep tariffs where they are. And the crowd is because they also making sure they say the friend inefficiencies are in the if it is it's not because of changing cost structure and just or be inefficiency, you can pass those inefficiencies on to us.
Okay.
But the generation mix captain has changed. Changed significantly. And we're not going to get any more hydros. So I think that we should brace ourselves for the era of increased power tariffs. Tariffs are going to go up. That's inevitable. And
is there maybe so we finally you nimbre a bit more say a bit more Kenya and then Tanzania strategy be say ube pay 100%. You the consumer and no pepe na betua and you say be subsidize the amount near there. You bet me do that point like Kenya and Tanzania 100% wham na wutua.
Oh yeah captain yeah do I know the Ghana the because you see the only reason why ebimutia full cost and they have the cross subsidization and Tiana is adiano near the hydro no subsidize adiano but thermal plants na so we near the adina no price omunya na the year agreement cost the cost recovery cost reflective tariff. It is 100% full cost in the MZ Tremu or Yache. Nayana and Pempi, PRC, Rani, numbers, I are buying more moon, Fabianema. India buying will take up the subsidy and answer be a better fuel, the Amagia, and Nomia the other.
Okay.
But I know the PRC, the Omudi Drew Hache.
But some figures and so say about buying them penny in the Japan, but what they fancy have merit tea. Now,
but they are buying them with I buy Michigan, the president there. Now, the hydro, no. Hydro, I'm a VR, running state units, having baby, also do running back up and I need a brother. The hydro, you need. Okay.
Eja ko ina no pe ma me no ase bibia be bi wa mesa to nsa frɛ o.
Barge your guys.
Opani eja ko ina ye energy aspect na te se me no edi enkuta ho no. Ena ye de ene Fabewoso fan edibesie.
God can stop it.